Only weeks ago, Atlanta throuple Deundray Cottrell, DeEric Williams, and Julian Morris were living their best lives as Ski Boy Entertainment on Instagram. They described themselves as Atlanta's hottest performance trio and event host. Now, that picture-perfect life has been shattered. Deundray is dead. DeEric Williams is heartbroken. And Julian is being sought by the police. Deundray, a 31-year-old doctoral student and Woodlawn High School graduate, vanished on July 4th while celebrating the holiday at his family's home in Eastlake. His body was discovered just 2 days later, 1 block from his sister's home in a shed. Authorities have ruled the death a homicide, and they are now turning their focus on Julian Morris, the last known person to have seen Deundray alive. Julian has been named a person of interest in the case. Deundray and DeEric were in a relationship for 14 years. They started dating when Deundray was just 17. Julian joined their relationship about 3 years ago. On July 4th, Deundray and Julian arrived at Deundray's sister Angelica Harris's large family home in Eastlake around 6 p.m. to celebrate the holiday. According to Angelica, either around 9 or 10 p.m., Deundray went inside to check on his dog because of the fireworks, and Julian followed behind him a few minutes later. At 10:15 p.m., Angelica says Julian reappeared. He grabbed her arm, saying that her brother had just jumped out of a window. But when Angelica pointed out that the windows at her house didn't open, Julian changed his story, saying that her brother had jumped off the balcony instead. The family found Deundray's belongings scattered in the backyard, specifically 1 shoe, his sunglasses, and his cell phone. Deundray's hat was hanging on a fence post below the second-floor balcony. Police were called at midnight, and Julian's behavior raised some eyebrows. He was lingering at the house, acting bizarre and erratic. According to Angelica, Julian seemed to be under the influence of something, which was unusual for the former Marine. Around 1:30 a.m., Angelica told Julian that they were about to get some sleep and that he should stay elsewhere. Julian left but returned to the home a short time later. Angelica was trying to sleep on the couch when she heard Julian attempting to break in. Angelica says police arrived again around 4 a.m. They got Julian to leave, only for him to return multiple times. During his interaction with police, Julian was posing, dancing, having outbursts, and speaking Spanish, a language that Angelica had never heard him use before in her 3 years of knowing him. The last time Julian was seen by the family was somewhere between 6:30 and 7 a.m., hiding in a ditch before he disappeared. He later contacted the family with conflicting stories about Deundray's whereabouts, eventually saying that he had put Deundray in a house. The family located home surveillance footage of Deundray only wearing 1 shoe, running through backyards and jumping over a gate. The footage ended in the 7800 block of 5th Avenue, where Deundray's body was found in a shed behind a vacant house on July 6th. There was no footage of Julian. Family members believe Deundray was fleeing for his life, and they suspect that Julian met him in the alley. Angelica believes jealousy and possessiveness led to her brother's death. Birmingham police haven't seen or heard from Julian since July 5th. Authorities urge anybody with information to contact homicide detectives at 205-254-1764 or Crime Stoppers at 205-254-7777. Thank you for watching.